Hello students, welcome to physics class. Today we'll start with speed and velocity. You are aware with this concept, you had studied this concept in class 9. Let us start with the speed. Rate of change of position of object with time in any direction is called speed. We can define speed in another manner also. Distance traveled by the object in motion per unit time is called speed. If we talk about its formula is speed is equal to total distance upon time taken. The nature of quantity, speed is a scalar quantity, and as you know that scalar quantity has only positive value, so speed also has only positive values. SI unit of speed is meter per second and other unit we use is kilometer per hour. Next, if we talk about the dimensional formula for speed, it is m0 l1 t minus 1. Next is we'll talk about the types of speed. In this topic, we'll discuss 4 types of speed. Let us start with first one is uniform speed. If object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, or in other sense you can say that if distance traveled is directly proportional to time taken, then we say that object is moving with uniform speed. If we plot distance time graph for such speed, it comes out to be a straight line. See here, I had taken distance along y-axis and it is measured in meter, and time along x-axis and which is measured in second. And if we focus on this box, then this box represents the various distances at different timings. At t is equal to 0, distance is 0. When t is equal to 1 second, distance is 5 meter. When t is equal to 2 second, distance traveled by the object is 10 meter. And at t is equal to 3, s is equal to 15 meter. And what do we observe? That equal distance is traveled in equal interval of time. For example, in first second, how much distance is traveled? 5 meter. In another 1 second, distance traveled is again 5 meter. In third second, again distance traveled is 5 meters. So we can say that equal distance is traveled in equal interval of time. And if you plot this graph, it comes out to be a straight line. Next one is variable speed. If object covers equal distance in unequal interval of time. We can also define in another way. If object covers unequal distance in equal time interval, or if it covers unequal distance in unequal time interval, then in all the three cases we say that object is moving with variable speed. For example, with the help of this graph, you can see that I had taken again distance along y-axis, time along x-axis, and the same distance I had taken 5, 10, 15 meter, and you can see that equal distances 5 meter, then 5 meter, and then 5 meter. These are traveled by the object in unequal interval of time. If you focus along x-axis, on time axis, you can see that these intervals are not fixed. These are not fixed, rather you can say these are not equal. These are unequal interval of time when object covers equal distance. So this speed is called variable speed. Next one is average speed. Average speed is calculated when object moves with variable speed. For such system, we measure average speed. The formula for average speed is total distance upon total time. Suppose the object changes its position from xi to xf in time interval ti to tf. What do you mean by xi? Xi represents initial position and xf represents final position, and ti initial time and tf is the final time. So when xi changes to xf, suppose in time when ti changes to tf, then how much total distance is traveled? That is final position minus initial position, that is delta x. And how much time is taken? Final time minus initial time is equal to delta t. So formula for average speed will be total distance, that is delta x, divided by time taken, that is delta t. So formula for average speed is delta x by delta t. Next one is instantaneous speed. It is the speed of object at a specific time, and it is also defined for variable speed. If object is moving with variable speed, its speed is different at different time. So at a particular time, what is the speed of object? That is called its instantaneous speed. We can also define it as it is limiting value of average speed when delta t approaches to 0. Here we have defined instantaneous speed in terms of average speed. How? V instantaneous is equal to V average if limit delta t approaches to 0, or we can say limit delta t approaches to 0. V average का value हम put करें, that is delta x by delta t. What do we mean by this statement that limit delta t approaches to 0? Delta t approaches to 0 means what is delta t? Delta t अभी हमने ऊपर देखा था, delta t is tf minus ti. If delta t approaches to 0 means tf minus ti is approximately equal to 0, or you can say that tf is equal to ti, means there is a negligible change in time. And if we are talking about negligible change in time, means time remains constant. That is, we are not talking about time interval, we are talking about a fixed time. So speed at that time is called instantaneous speed. Now I think it is clear why we are putting limit delta t approaches to 0. So when limit delta t approaches to 0, delta x by delta t is also written as dx by dt. What is dx by dt? It is called derivative of x with respect to time, or it is called differential coefficient of x with respect to time. We'll focus on this formula in numericals, and we'll do the practice of numericals based on this concept. Let us start with the numerical on the same topic. First numerical is calculate the average speed of man if he walks for 1 minute at a speed of 1 meter per second and then runs for 1 minute at a speed of 3 meter per second along a straight track. Now as you can see that ऑब्जेक्ट इज मूविंग विद वेरिएबल स्पीड. पहले उसका स्पीड 1 मीटर पर सेकेंड है और बाद में कितना है 3 मीटर पर सेकेंड. मीन्स स्पीड इज वेरिएबल and that is why we are calculating the average speed of the man, and the formula for average speed we had seen, that is total distance upon total time. Now total time we know how much time is taken by the man for the complete journey, that is 2 minutes. So first of all we will convert these minutes into seconds. T1 first interval 1 minute 60 seconds, so T1 is 60 seconds. Similarly T2 is also 60 seconds. Now we have to find out total distance. So we will find out the total distance. How? The distance travelled in first interval and distance travelled in second interval. So let distance travelled in first interval is x1 and in second interval is x2. So total distance will be x1 plus x2. Now x1 and x2 is not given to us. तो हम कैसे evaluate करेंगे? We know for the first interval what is the value of velocity and what is time taken. So with the help of velocity into time we can evaluate x1. Similarly we can evaluate x2, and that on solving we'll get 1 into 60 plus 3 into 60 will get 240 meter. Now total time we know 60 plus 60 120 second. So V average is total distance upon total time, means 240 upon 120 is answer is 2 meter per second. Next numerical. A car covers 1/3 of the total distance with a speed of 30 km per hour and remaining with 54 km per hour. Find average speed of the car. Now in this case again object is moving with variable speed and we are calculating the average speed, and let the total distance is equal to x. What is given? 1/3 is travelled by the speed 30 km per hour. It means x by 3 distance is travelled with the speed 30 km per hour, and remaining means 2x by 3 is travelled with 54 km per hour. So what we have to calculate? Average speed. As we know the formula for average speed is total distance upon total time. Total distance we had assumed x. Now we will evaluate the total time. Time taken to cover x by 3. suppose it is t1, and time taken to cover 2x by 3, suppose it is t2. So evaluate the value of time taken to cover 1/3 distance. Since we know time is equal to distance upon speed, so distance is x by 3 and speed is 30, so it will be x upon 90 and unit will be r. Time taken to cover 2/3 distance is 2x by 3 divided by 54, it will be x by 81 r. So how much will be the total time? X by 90 plus x by 81. So the total time is, on putting the value of total distance upon total time, we'll evaluate average speed is 42.6 km per hour. Important points about the speed. Speedometer of an automobile indicates the instantaneous speed of object at that instant. Next, if object move with uniform speed, then the average speed is equal to instantaneous speed is equal to the speed of object. Next one is velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement of the object in given direction. So what is the formula for velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement over time. Speed हम क्या ले रहे थे? Distance upon time. Velocity is displacement over time. See here students, symbol for speed is, write down simply v, and when we have to write down the symbol for velocity, we'll write down v and we'll put an arrow over it. This arrow indicates that we are talking about the velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity. It can be positive, negative and zero. SI unit is meter per second or centimeter per second is the other unit, and it can also be measured in kilometer per hour. Dimensional formula m0 L1 t minus 1. Next, speed of body is always greater than or equal to magnitude of velocity. How we can say this point? As we know, definition of velocity is equal to displacement over time and speed is distance over time, and we had studied that distance is always greater than or equal to the magnitude of displacement. So on the same basis we can write down the speed of body is always greater than or equal to magnitude of velocity. Next comes the types of velocity. Uniform velocity, if objects cover equal displacement in equal interval of time. Variable velocity, if object covers equal displacement in unequal time, or unequal displacement in equal time, or unequal displacement in equal time interval. We can define variable velocity in another way also. If either the speed of object changes or the direction of its motion changes or both changes with time, then we say that object is moving with variable velocity. Average velocity. Average velocity is total displacement over total time. Formula is delta x upon delta t, and it is equal to xf minus xi over tf minus ti. Students, see here the formula is same. What you had to do, you had to talk in terms of displacement rather than the distance, as we are talking about the velocity. And as we know that displacement is a vector quantity, so I have put an arrow over delta x, xf and xi. No need to put arrow over ty because time is a scalar quantity. Next one is instantaneous velocity. Velocity of object at a particular time or limiting value of average velocity when delta t approaches to 0. Simply what you have to do, you have to put the arrow over delta x as well as dx. Next is, on the given concept, you can differentiate between speed and velocity. So write down in your notebook the difference between speed and velocity. Let us do some numericals over it. First numerical of this topic: a body moves in a straight line along x-axis. Its displacement from origin at any time is given by x is equal to 8t square minus 3t. X is in meter and t is in second. Calculate average velocity in time interval. T is equal to 0 to t is equal to 2 seconds. See here, Sometimes in the numerical, displacement is given to us directly, suppose 30 meter per second or 20 meter per second. But in this question, displacement is given as a function of time. It is not given directly. So we will find out the value of displacement by putting the value of t. So as you know that average velocity is total displacement over total time. So total displacement means final position minus initial position divided by time taken. Time taken is final time minus initial time, that is 2 minus 0. And in numerator we get x2. What do we mean by this? The value of x when time t is equal to 2. x0, the value of x when t is equal to 0. So we'll evaluate displacement at time t is equal to 2, that is x2, that will be 8. What we are doing, we are putting the value of t in the given equation. 8 into 2 square minus 3 into 2, answer come out to be 26 meter, and when t is equal to 0, the value of x is 0. So on putting it in formula or equation number 1, you can say V average is equal to 26 upon 2, 13 meter per second. This is average velocity. Next one is a cyclist moving on a circular track of radius 100 meter completes one revolution in 4 seconds. What is average speed and average velocity? Again, average velocity we know total displacement over total time. Average speed we know total distance upon total time. So when cyclist completes one revolution, how much distance it has traveled? He has traveled 2 pi r, that is equal to the circumference of the circle. So 2 pi r is given 100 meter upon total time. Total time is given, that is 4 seconds. So answer comes out to be 1100 upon 7 meter per second. And average velocity, since average velocity is equal to total displacement over total time, it is 0. Why? Because total displacement is 0. Why total displacement is 0? Because cyclist has covered a one revolution, and in covering one revolution, its initial and final position is same. So we say that the displacement is equal to 0. So this is all about for today's lecture. In this lecture we had solved the numericals based on the concept of average speed and average velocity. In our next lecture we will solve the numericals based on instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Thank you. Have a nice day.